Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. Let's talk about the Vechain price rally. Recently, we've seen Vechain's price rally around 25%, which is a lot more than most of the cryptos. And this has been due to two reasons. One, we've seen retracement in Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin's price has been up around 9%. And we've also seen developments in the Proof of Authority 2.0 for Vechain. So let's go into this and look at CoinMarketCap. As you can see in the 7-day chart, Bitcoin has been up around almost 12%. And in the 24-hour chart, it's been up around 9.76%. Vechain has been up almost 20% on the 7-day chart and around 24% in the 1-day chart. So looking at the price, it's around just under 11 cents. And its previous all-time high was almost more than double where we're at right now, at around 25 cents. The bull market has been calming down. I do believe we're approaching the end of it. These charts are resembling what happened in 2018, where we saw the major rallies up when the whole market started overheating, the big crash down, another rally up, and then the major crash down. And then we see some upswings along the way. I don't know how long this will continue. I think it's unlikely that we're going to smash past previous all-time highs just yet, because again, everything is governed by how the rest of the bull market goes. Now, we've seen this upswing here because of the Proof of Authority update, so people have been trading in on the news and buying Vechain, but I don't know how long-lived this will be. I think because we are going towards the end of the bull market, some short-term profits can be possible when you're trading on the news. For example, if you bought the dip here when the news came out about their Proof of Authority 2.0, then you could have gained some short-term profits with the upswing. But I don't know how much the rally would lead to, the all-time high we saw in the past. But anyway, I'm really bullish for Vechain in the long term, as you've seen in my previous videos, which I've linked in the description box below. So let's look at some bullish news that's been happening and where we think the price is heading next. So here is the first update on their Proof of Authority 2.0 roadmap. They have deployed the VIP 193 to the Vechain Thor mainnet. So it has 3 features, and the first ensures data security, and that is the VRF-based source of randomness. And this function balances the unpredictability and the unbiasedness of the block proposing schedule, ensuring the highest level of data security. This can prevent things like hacks and manipulation on the blockchain. And then we have the committee-endorsed block production, which increases throughput time by decreasing the confirmation delay in the blockchain, and this also prevents the probability of forking. And then we have the block finality, which is where the block can be finalized using low latency during a longer period. And this renders the finalized block as immutable in any given situation. The Proof of Authority 2.0 is a significant milestone in the blockchain industry because it was developed to meet the increasing demand for better performance and increased security for businesses and tier 1 clients so that they can produce their projects on top of the Vechain Thor mainnet. So with VIP 193, the Vechain Thor mainnet can provide scalable, reliable, cost-effective solutions, especially as we see the blockchain industry expanding in the wave of global digitalization. And not only that, but Vechain Thor has been deemed as one of the most eco-friendly blockchains in the world, and this has been CTI approved. And they've measured this by looking at the carbon emissions on Vechain Thor. So Vechain Thor's total carbon emissions per year are around 4.58 metric tons, which is approximately 2.4% of the carbon emission generated for mining a single Bitcoin. That is pretty amazing, but they've also done other things in the sustainable sector. So in line with sustainability, Vechain is also entering the sustainable fashion market with a blockchain carbon footprint software as a service. So what they're doing is that the blockchain is able to be used to track all the different parts of the supply chain. So there is a permanent and accessible record of carbon footprints in every stage of the supply chain, which is key to achieve sustainability, scalability, and to meet government policies. This is increasingly important as regulations on blockchain and mining and the carbon footprint get more and more stringent. So as we know, the current price is around just under 11 cents. So here's where I think the price is going. I think we're going to see some volatility coming up, especially given the news. People are going to be selling based on the news with the Vechain Proof of Authority 2.0, and we're going to see it go down towards the around 0.08 level region. Now for a short-term trade, I think it's a good entry point around here. We will see an upswing, and I think eventually we will consolidate to this point here, which is around 10 cents. So you might see around a 20% gain on your investment in your trade, in my non-financial advisor opinion. But I think it's because we are entering the end of the bull market. I don't know if we're going to see major price rallies in any of the major alts. We will see price rallies in those 100x alts that I'm making videos on, because those are based on new projects that have a lot of excitement behind them. But already well-established cryptos, even though the fundamental news is very good, will be mainly governed by what's happening in the rest of the crypto market. Remember, we saw Bitcoin have around a 10% upswing, and naturally the rest of the alts followed in an even more exaggerated way. But I don't think we're going to see its all-time high in this bull run. I hope I'm wrong, but from looking at the charts, I don't think it's likely, because these charts very much resemble what we saw in 2018. So I think for some short-term trades, you could make some. I think potentially the price could even rally up to this point now to around 13 cents. But around the 13 cents region, if we do see a rally up to there, I personally will be shorting when it reaches around 13 cents, but I don't expect it to be going towards the 25-cent region anytime soon. I personally think the best time to buy a lot of Vechain is in the bear market, when we saw prices like 2 cents or 1 cent or less than that, like 0.00 something cent, which was insane. And I think that's the best way to almost mitigate your risk. Right now, we're in a volatile period. We're seeing retracements, but we're also seeing most of the trends go downwards. We're not going to see a rally up like this. I really think it's unlikely. I really think those sorts of price rallies that we saw in March are unlikely in very well-established cryptos like Vechain, despite the fantastic news we're seeing. Now, if you guys want to know what trades I make, follow my Patreon. I talk about what I buy and sell in real time. There's a lot of community support on there and a lot of one-on-one support with me directly, where you can ask your questions. So I've linked my Patreon in the description box, and I've pinned it in the comments. So let me know your thoughts. What are your plans with Vechain? What's your trading strategy? Leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button down below, and that subscribe button, and that bell notification, as I make new videos every single week on personal finance, cryptos, and the stock market. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.